Hansel and Gretel is a classic fairy tale that has captivated the hearts of both children and adults for generations. This timeless story, originally recorded by the Brothers Grimm, takes readers on an enchanting journey through a world of magic, bravery, and resourcefulness. Hansel, Gretel, the father, the stepmother, the witch. In a quaint village nestled at the edge of a dense and enchanting forest, there lived a humble woodcutter and his family. Times were tough, and the village often suffered from famine. The woodcutter had 2 children, a boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel, whom he cherished more than anything in the world. One harsh winter, when the village was gripped by an unforgiving cold, food became even scarcer. The woodcutter's wife, a stern and unforgiving woman, grew weary of their struggles. She concocted a wicked plan, convincing her husband that the best course of action was to abandon Hansel and Gretel deep in the heart of the daunting forest. The thought of this terrified the woodcutter, but his wife's persistence eventually wore him down.
We can't go on like this. There's barely enough food for one meal, let alone 4.
You're right, my love. We must do something.
There's an old tale, a way to ensure our survival. But it's a desperate measure.
Tell us anything to end this suffering.
We must take the children deep into the woods and leave them there. We'll tell them it's a game, but we'll return once we've found more food.
One evening, as the moon cast a silvery glow over the world, the woodcutter took Hansel and Gretel into the woods supposedly to collect firewood.
Look at the beautiful woods, Gretel.
Yes, it's like an adventure.
Unbeknownst to the children, their mother had secretly strewed breadcrumbs along their path to create a trail leading back home.
We have a special game for you, children. We'll leave a trail of breadcrumbs, and you must follow it. It's a test of your wits.
Once you reach the end, we'll be waiting for you with a grand feast.
A feast? That sounds wonderful.
As night fell, Hansel and Gretel realized they were alone and trapped in the unforgiving woods. The moon and stars offered little solace as they huddled together beneath a towering oak tree. Their cries for help went unanswered, and a sense of hopelessness settled over them. Dawn brought a glimmer of hope, and the hungry children set out in search of their way back home. To their horror, they discovered that the breadcrumbs they had relied upon had been devoured by hungry birds.
Hansel, the breadcrumbs are disappearing.
Don't worry, Gretel. We'll find our way back home.
Panic washed over them as they realized they were truly lost.
I'm scared, Hansel. We're lost.
Don't be afraid, Gretel. We'll find a way out together.
With each passing day, hunger gnawed at their bellies, and desperation set in. They wandered deeper into the forest, hoping to find some sign of civilization or sustenance. It was then that they stumbled upon a sight so incredible that it defied belief: a house made entirely of gingerbread, with windows crafted from sugar, and a roof adorned with candy canes.
Look, Gretel! A house made of gingerbread and candy.
It's like a dream.
It's a feast, Gretel. We can eat as much as we want.
Their hunger overcoming their caution, Hansel and Gretel broke off a piece of the gingerbread wall and savored its sweet taste. As they indulged, the front door creaked open, revealing a strange and sinister figure, a witch with a crooked nose and a wicked grin.
My little morsels, come inside.
The witch's voice was sweet as honey, but her intentions were dark as night. She invited the children inside with false promises of warmth and delicious meals. Lured by the scent of her cooking, Hansel and Gretel entered the candy-coated house, unaware of the peril that awaited them.
I'll fatten him up and feast on him.
Days turned into weeks, and the witch's true intentions became clear. She locked Hansel in a cage, intent on fattening him up to become her next meal. Gretel, however, was clever and resourceful. She feigned obedience, and when the witch commanded her to check the oven's temperature, Gretel seized her chance.
Is it hot enough, witch?
With a sudden burst of strength and courage, she pushed the witch into the fiery oven and slammed the door shut.
Now.
With the witch defeated, Gretel hurried to release her brother, and together they explored the witch's house. They discovered not only their freedom but also treasures hidden away by the wicked witch, including jewels and precious gems. They collected these riches and decided it was time to find their way back home.
We can use these to find our way back home.
Their journey was arduous and filled with challenges, but they persevered. Days turned into weeks, and finally, they arrived back in their village. Their father, who had been devastated by their disappearance, wept tears of joy upon their return. The stepmother, who had orchestrated their abandonment, had disappeared, and the family was reunited once more.
My children, you're back.
From that day forward, Hansel and Gretel lived happily with their father, sharing the incredible tale of their adventure with the villagers.
They outwitted a witch.
Such clever children.
The village had plenty to eat once again, and the siblings' bravery and resourcefulness were celebrated far and wide. The story of Hansel and Gretel serves as a timeless reminder that even in the face of adversity and darkness, courage, resourcefulness, and the bonds of family can lead to triumph and a return to the warmth and love of home.